Guys, first things first, welcome to TYR Wodapalooza. We're happy you're all here. If you're joining us post-production of this one, again, we're happy you're here. Ladies, welcome to Wodapalooza. I wish the weather were a little bit nicer for us, but we're fine. We're still looking cute.
We're feeling good. Hey, we said that it would be different if we were boiling hot underneath the sun. And no, we're good. It's not raining. It could have rained, but it's not. So
I mean, I was hoping we were gonna get tan, and then we'd all go back to we'd go back to cook and we'd be the cute girls that were tan back home. I'm not expecting that to happen anymore, and that's okay.
Hey, we should be getting sun on Saturday.
Okay.
That's when teams start, so that's the good.
That's good for you guys. I brought the fake tan to put on before I go home, so nobody will ever know. No one will know. Guys, Wodapalooza, some of our favorite memories. We've been here before. We've been here individual years. This competition's been going on for over 12 years. And we're finally at a new venue. Tell me some of those things that when you think of Wodapalooza, this is what comes to mind. Whether it's competition floor memories, it's fun with friends, maybe it's the things that happen off-site that nobody really knows about. What are some of those favorite memories for us?
Oh gosh, for me, I'll go first. For me, the Wodapalooza is the one event out of the entire year, at least for me, where I could truly be part of the experience outside of competition. You know, Haley and I are competing on team this weekend, and these are the days that we get to be involved, we get to have good conversations, we get to be part of our brand, see fans, take pictures, and just have a little bit more of those connecting moments that we don't always get to have when we are at semifinals or she's at Rogue or, whatever we're doing in the off season. So it just makes you feel so much more connected, and it's such a great start to the year to feel that way.
Yeah, I think for me, it's the atmosphere. This atmosphere is like no other. It's a party. It's very lighthearted. You can enjoy this competition before the season gets started and things get more serious. I've been here since I was a teenager, so yeah, I just think of the beach. Well, it used to be Bayfront, but I really like this new venue. I'm excited to see it. But yeah, lots of memories here. It's always a party. It's always a good time. Good people.
So it's always a good time, but it is still a competition. Are there things that you have to do ahead of time that you're prepping for? We were talking, you haven't even seen some of the workouts yet or tested with our teammates, which is awesome. You would probably never say that ever in any other competition. What does it look like as an athlete coming into this event? Is it, oh, we're just going to figure it out. Hopefully we've done some fitness along the way since the last time. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes back to the lighthearted party feeling, right? No stress. Obviously we're here to compete, but it's also fun, and yeah, we'll be ready.
Yeah, I think everyone's different, right? So this is a weekend where athletes have the options to compete individual and team or just individual. So it's one of those weekends where, depending on where your focus is, that's where you pour more into. So both of my teammates, they're actually competing, Elisa Filiano, Linda Kiesman, they're doing Indy. So their main focus is just Indy, and then whatever they got in, which they're both, amazing girls, they'll crush it for team. But I mean, we got here early, we got some touches on a couple things, but it's not as stressful as if we were, trying to fight for a ticket for the games, for example, because those things aren't riding on the line. So it does allow you to be just a little bit more light, a little bit more, relaxed when it comes to maybe your routine and eating and structure. But closer to competition, by the time we start competing on the weekend, we're going to be, I would say, pretty locked in by that point. But right now, we're just chilling.
I love this. I love the fun vibes that we've got. The Girl Chat's fun vibes.
Yes.
We had a training camp a couple weeks ago at Mayhem. Most people were in the back, super locked down. You guys were vibing, dancing, having the good tunes out the main facility. Were we planning on having any sort of Wodapalooza training then? Or was it just girl times at the gym? It just happened to be right before Wodapalooza on the same weekend.
So I am so lucky, and I just feel so grateful to have such great relationships with a lot of people in this space. Haley is such a great friend. We connected back in 2019, I remember, and that was kind of the start of us connecting through the space, and we've just always stayed connected through the sport. And even though we live in different spaces and cities, we've always tried to make time, to connect. And I texted Haley, and I was like, Wodapalooza's coming up. It's going to be the Open and all the competing that we are about to get into. It's going to be so hard to truly see friends and hang out. So I literally just texted her. I was like, I'm going to come visit. When should I come visit and hang? And she's like, just come whenever. And it was so chill. And sure enough, I get there, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's Wodapalooza prep going on, and there's other athletes coming in from out of town. It ended up being such a great experience, but we got to connect and chill as friends and keep it light, keep it fun, and also have some fun with other athletes.
It was pretty funny. Everyone was so intense and like, oh, we're gonna be ready for this, and you guys are just having the best time.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
We're just like, do you want to do this? Yeah, let's do it. What are we doing again? Help me rope climbs. It was good. We were having fun training.
But as it should be. I think, when you're having fun, you guys have both learned this in different ways. It's when you're actually enjoying what you're doing, it has more purpose and you actually want to do it for longer.
Yes.
Whereas if you're always stressed out, you're always thinking, oh, is my worth relying on how I'm going to do on the competition floor? It's just not worth to do that anymore.
Absolutely. I agree. And it's one of those things that I think, well, Haley could speak on it, but you've been doing this way longer than I have. But it's one of those things where it's truly such a long season. You definitely need to find moments through your season and throughout the year just to slow down and be slow and be present and not do things for time, but do things because you just enjoy moving and you enjoy treating your body well and you enjoy the friends that you get to do it with. And it's not because we're competitors, it's because we truly are just friends trying to do something that we love, and that's how it should always be.
Well, we're going to switch gears, talking about something that's not slow, but it's still going to be really fun. And Haley, you are a late addition to Reps Ahead.
Yeah.
You've never done Reps Ahead. Fee, you've done Reps Ahead, but it's a little different. It's very much UFC knockout style fitness. Haley, how are we feeling? Are you feeling like, yeah, ready to go? We have a silk robe waiting for you in the back. We'll have some ice packs. We'll be ready for you for this premiere.
Yeah, I didn't know I was doing it. My agent signed me up for it. I don't really know much about it. It looks fun, kind of intense, but you know what? We're gonna go with it, and I'm excited, and I've never done anything like that before, so here we are.
Fee, do you have any advice as someone who's done Reps Ahead before? What can you say? Hey, do this or don't do what I did.
Yeah, I think my experience with and the events of Reps Ahead have always been so amazing because they're all so different. Like every event of Reps Ahead, it's a different workout, different style, different. So you can't just rewatch another event and be like, oh, I'm gonna go with that strategy. It's always different, which makes it a good fight and throw down. So when I did it with Alexis, so it was Dallin and James threw down, and then we went after that in Jacksonville, Florida, where I train out of. And something that I realized that was very important is actually really paying attention to your competitor and seeing what they're doing and seeing how they're pacing, which is something that we don't always necessarily do out the gate when we do compete. It's usually eyes on your own lane, focus on your own strategy, and maybe at the end you start kind of playing that game on who I could catch. But because this is such a fast-paced event, you do want to have eyes on your competitor because you don't want to come out the gate too hot, blow up, and then they kind of come and get you on reps. So it is kind of one where you could really be locked into your competitor, just like a UFC fight.
Well, if we see Haley staring down Alexander,
Yeah.
why? Because you told her to. On the guys' side, we have Jason and Dallin. I mean, the best of best friends. It's like you guys, but they take friendship to the next level.
Oh.
I would say that they're so fun to watch. Jason's done it before. Dallin has as well. What do you think is going to happen between the two of them? Do you think Jason takes it? Do you think Dallin takes it? Do we think we go to the last round? Are we going to see a tie like it was last time? I'm sure Jason does not want another tie, but who knows? What are you guys thinking? Who's going for who?
I don't really know about their strengths and weaknesses that much, so we'll call it a tie.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll throw down and they'll probably die for it. I'm not quite at that level right now, or that intensity, but they'll probably sell their soul, which will be fun to see. Yeah.
Okay.
The relationship with Dallin and Jason is one that even from afar, if you don't know them, if you see these two just cackling in a corner, you're just these are just brothers that are meant to be together. And whether they're competing or just chatting it up and having a good laugh, it's just enjoyable to watch them. But when it comes to, I think, their performance, I think it's going to be one of those matches that is if you haven't heard of this event, go to this event specifically because this is going to be super fun to watch. They're both extremely powerful athletes, so they're great on the bike, they're great on the sandbag, they're great on their hands, they have the engine, they have the capacity, and they have the grittiness to want to hurt. And I think this is a great one to do it. And if you watched, we all know throughout the years of the games, who's the king of the echo. And sometimes, Dallin gets the echo event, sometimes Jason gets it, and it's that friendly banter back and forth. So I'm excited to see who takes it. I think it's going to be very close, but I got to go with my boy Dallin.
I mean, I'm leaning on Dallin too. After his SoCal performance on the Echo bike, I will never doubt that man on an Echo
Never.
bike. He's king. He reigning champion to me.
We actually call Dallin King Dal at our
That checks out.
because we actually, when I have questions, I just go to Dal for answers, and just like anything Echo, when you see Echo, when you think going dark, it's like Dallin's so good at it. So I think he's got it. Yeah.
There's also Con Porter is also doing Reps Ahead. Reps Ahead is going to Australia this year, which is massive. They're going to Europe as well. They're starting to take this global, which is huge for the sport. Con Porter was on Gladiators. So if you don't watch reality television, he was one of the gladiators in Australia, which is, if you ever want to see Con Porter in tights and eyeliner, you probably don't have to watch the show. He probably would do it anyway. But
I hope he wears that at Reps Ahead.
that's what I'm hoping for as well.
Bring that back.
Yeah, so I'm hopeful. If you guys enjoy Reps Ahead, it'll be so fun to see you guys on the international stage with them as well. Con, how do we think he's going to go? Do we think it's going to play well for him?
Well, I feel like from what I know from Con Porter is like every time I've seen him compete, because he's also competed, I believe, on team and Indy, he's just ready to go, like almost like send it out the gate immediately. That's at least the vibes that I've gotten from him. And when you go against someone like that, that's pretty scary. When someone's like ready to just send it and just like, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but we're gonna try and go dark soon. Like, that's scary to go up against. So I'm excited to keep up with that.
But his dark side is him still smiling. He'll be looking at you like, I'm having no fun. This is so good for me.
But I'm gonna keep going.
We're going to keep going. Guys, not only do we have individual elite competition, we have team competition, but we also have the LATAM Cup happening this weekend as well. It's only the second time we've ever done this at Wodapalooza. 10 countries, 10 different competitions to qualify here. We have both the returning men's and women's champion. Talk to me about what it's like competing internationally, whether that's in South America or anywhere, what those cultural differences are that maybe will play to their advantage here, or that might feel a little bit different.
I have never competed in South America, but I did get to spend 3 weeks there this off season. I was in Brazil and Peru, and honestly, it's one of my favorite places I've been. I love the culture. Everyone is so nice. I would love to get to go compete there one day. But yeah, it's
it's such an honor to be able to go and compete out of your own country, and the fact that Wodapalooza has created such a great opportunity for all these different Latin American countries to come together, come to Florida, such a great kind of melting pot of a state. You see every single person from every single country here, and just to create those opportunities for them to continue to have, and for us to continue to thrive and push them and celebrate that along with everyone and all the million things that are going on here. I mean, I've never competed in Mexico yet, so my roots are like so special, like Orgullo Mexicana, like 100%. And if you don't know anything about Latin American culture, I could tell you that they are the most passionate, hardworking people, and it's so special to see and celebrate. And I think it's, once you have those opportunities to come, it truly does feel like this is home, and I have the honor of competing for my country with other people that share the same love and passion and roots and home and flags. I think it's an incredible opportunity, and I've even got a chance to see some incredible athletes from Mexico and Brazil and some other countries that are here competing, and they're just so excited. It's just such an honor to all be together and be able to do this.
Guys, I got chills. That's like makes me so excited and like emotional that you're so passionate about, your own home country and competing and being a representation of your people. Does that hold a little bit more weight for you when you're competing at this elite level?
Oh man, that's the best question, because even though I wasn't born in Mexico, but my mom's side of the family is Mexican, my dad's side of the family is Iranian, so it's kind of like no matter where you're born, if you share that blood and you share those roots, that holds so much weight, and it's such an honor to represent that, right? The groups of people that you represent. Anytime we compete, Haley, myself, anytime we're on the floor and we experience successes and all the highs and lows, it's never just an us thing. It's the team of people that help us, but it's also the group of people that we get to represent and carry with us. And I never take that for granted ever. So anytime I'm competing for US, but my blood in Mexico, my blood in Iran, and everything in between. So it's so special to be able to get the stage to do that.
Love that. I'm team feet all the way. Guys, let's talk about what we have going on for the next 2 days. Elite individual competition. We've checked the boxes of everything that's happening this weekend. We'll start with the guys. There's 22 men that have already been here before. Pat Bellner has won Wodapalooza 6 times. Imagine being able to say I can put all those rings on 2 hands. Pretty impressive. We also have some rookies that are competing that I would never even call them rookies. We have Luka Jukic and Jonakoski that are rookies to this field. So not only do we have Pat and most of the games field competing here for that championship, we also have newcomers. Austin is here as well. What are your thoughts on who's going to take this one? Do you think Pat has it in him to fight off Ricky and the rest of the field? Or do you think we'll see someone new sitting on top of that podium?
Do you want to go?
There are no wrong answers. I'm telling you that. No wrong answers. No hard feelings.
It's such a, like, it's so, as a fan, like when I get to be a fan, like right now, because I'm not competing, it's so fun seeing the roster of athletes because, like, you get a roster of men like that and you're just like, I don't know who's going to take the podium because never doubt Bellner, but also Ricky, multiple podium athletes that have proven themselves over years in competitions and seasons, games, was and Rogue. Like, these are all athletes that, like, the fitness, they all have the fitness. I think when it comes down to the best of the best, it's all about who executes just the best, who just has it in them to make the most minimal mistakes. So, I mean, can Pat be standing on top of the podium? Absolutely. But I think there's a bunch of athletes that are trying to take his lunch money too, and I think it's not going to be like an easy podium pick. I think it's going to be just as hard as every other year because these roster of athletes are incredible.
Pick one. Okay, I'm putting you on the spot. Pick one. There's no money on this one. It's
Okay.
just-
I want to be biased. I want to be biased because I want to say Dallin. He got he's been up and coming. Up and coming through every single season and year in competition. He's just gotten better and better and stronger and smarter. So I'm gonna pick Dallin Pepper to be standing on top of the podium. I'm not gonna say the typical, I think Brian Friend picks because I don't think he chose Dallin as top of the podium, but I want to choose my friend Dallin.
I like it. Okay. Ale?
I'm Team Pat.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I've been around a while as well, but I don't want to say us old dogs, but I feel old. Us old dogs still got it too, so I'm Team Pat.
Team Pat. I like it. Consistency. Okay.
Dallin's not competing indie.
I think he's team.
He's just team, so I'm gonna retract that
That's okay.
because I thought he was competing indie too.
I like that though. That would be crazy if he did stand on top
The
of the
thing is,
podium.
like, I knew that he was competing team, and for some reason I'm thinking like the typical roster. Gosh, I gotta go with Pat now. I really do.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
Team Pat. Okay.
we're gonna go Pat.
Okay.
Yeah, OG Pat.
Okay.
We're gonna stay with the OG.
We're not really risking anything here with that
No,
one. Now
no.
for the ladies' side, we might have other thoughts on this one. So we have 21 veterans. Both Emily Rolfe and Danny Spiegel have competed 5 times. Brooke is the only returning champion. You might be biased as your teammate, or maybe you're not. Who knows? What are we thinking for female picks? We also have Laura, and she's trying to kind of go for a triple crown, which no one's ever done, which is winning Wodapalooza, Dubai, and Road. You'd have to win all 3. No one's ever done that before, not even Tia. So in terms of the women's field, knowing your fame of competitions all year round, who are you looking for to set the standard and set the tone moving into the beginning of the season?
Again, big Brooke Wells fan and her sister. Not biased. They actually are incredible athletes, and I'm excited to see what they do this weekend. And also Alexis Raptis. She's the sweetest girl too, but also an amazing athlete. So I'm excited to watch them, and I think they'll do some really good things.
I think the Wells sisters are also like nice people too.
They are.
And I'm here for the nice people.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will always root for the nice people.
Yes.
Every time. You gotta be a great person outside of the competition,
Yeah.
not just a great athlete. Oh man, Alexis Raptis, my girl, but also like just an absolute workhorse. Like if you just know her on a personal level, not just competition level, like that girl just grinds and she's positive and she, like I've trained with her a couple times and she is just like such a great athlete to be around because she's so strong-minded. And I think when it comes to competitions like this, any competition, no matter what, you know that adversity is coming, and there's incredible athletes that have a lot of fitness, a lot of capacity, a lot of talent, but they crumble at adversity, and that's when the strong-minded athletes really take over. And I think she's got both, so I'm excited for her.
You guys are saying the nicest things, so I really hope you're listening later on. You should tell them, hey, listen to this to me. I was being really kind. It's great. But ladies, this has been so fun. Yeah, true fun. True friends, true fun. Guys, this has been our girl chats. Hi, Miss Olivia.
Number
We're
one
so
fan,
happy to be
Olivia,
here.
out in the crowd. Shout out.
Olivia D'Agostino, she's in the crowd.
Did you bring us coffee? Is that our coffee?
Talk about family. Olivia D'Agostino, wait, say something really nice about her. It'll make her uncomfortable, and I love it.
Olivia D'Agostino, she is the best. She has the best side hustle content creator that you guys have ever seen.
Yeah.
She gives the best hugs in the world, which I'm a big hug fan. And she's gonna love on you. She's gonna give all her heart with you, and she's gonna love on her people every day, every hour of the day. So,
I got one.
She's got the best nails I've ever seen. She got my nail inspo too, so.
That's right.
Guys, if
Guys
anything,
are
we've had
up.
so much fun hyping each other up. We are going to be doing
Girls
this sort
for
of
girls.
girls chats. We're going to be doing this sort of desk show all weekend long. I don't think the boys are going to be as into talking nails with me.
No.
But maybe they'll scroll TikTok with me before we get into it. We'll have some time. It's been an honor being with you guys. Good luck this weekend, ladies. And this will not be the first time we're having a girl chat.
No way. Many to come.
Guys, tune in to Wodapalooza, and we'll see you on the show.